It's the weekly show about Pro AV with the hottest news in the AV industry. It's rAVe TV. Give it up for Steph and Gary. Steph and Gary.
Hey, Steph.
Hey, Gary. You're not
How
in
are
this. I'm good. You are not where you usually are.
Yeah, I'm actually in Minneapolis, Minnesota for the AVI Live show, hashtag AVI Live.
Very
here
cool.
We're in the Twins Stadium. We're actually in the actual baseball stadium where they play actual baseball stuff.
Actual baseball as opposed
Actual
to
baseball, yeah.
fake baseball.
Yeah, T-ball. Yeah,
T-ball.
that kind of stuff.
So,
But yeah, I'm actually here live. I'm getting ready to do my keynote. See that? I don't know if you can see the chairs back there. There's, I don't know, about 100 chairs. There's 290 people registered for this event today. Definitely more than 200 are already here. It started about an hour ago, and I'm the lunch keynote today. So
cool.
I do my keynote in about an hour and a half.
That's so exciting. That's so fun.
Yeah. How about you? What's your day been like?
Oh, I've been running around like a crazy person. As you know, I'm in the process of moving. And I've had this couch. I bought this couch, and like shipping has been like non-existent lately. There's been shortages, so it already took them like 9 weeks to assemble the couch. And then they were like, okay, now it's in shipment. We're contracting out to the shipping company, and the shipping company will contact you. I said, great. And I get contacted by the shipping company to tell me they have sent my couch to California. And I said, I'm not in California. Okay. And they said, oh, well, that's where we sent it. And I said, well, you better find it, and you better send it to North Carolina, where I am. So they had to find the couch, then send it to North Carolina. And then they rescheduled the shipment like 3 or 4 times. And then this morning, they called me and said, hello, we are coming to your apartment to deliver the couch, so you better be there. So...
And did you get it? Is it there?
Yeah, no, I got it. It's there.
Okay, good.
I was joking with Madeline earlier. She was like, it's just sitting in your living room wrapped in plastic and cardboard. And I was like, yes, because I did not opt for the white glove service, although I should have. I feel like I got like the bargain service where like they barely get it to you. Yeah. the bargain barn service where they barely get you the couch. At the most inconvenient time for you possible, because I had to race here after getting the couch. And
you sent me a picture of said. You sent me a picture of said couch.
Yeah, it's pink.
I don't know if anyone can see that. It's like pink, but wrapped up in plastic. Which I think is so
once I get it out of the plastic and cardboard, I think I will like it. It's a very cool, very Steph, funky, light pink couch. So it'll be cool once I get it all set up. But it was very stressful this morning.
Hey, listen, Brad, hold on. Brad Sousa just walked up here. So I'm going to switch. We're going to post a picture of my behind the scenes because it'd be kind of interesting. Kelsey's going to post this right now, what it looks like and how I actually pulled off this video caster. But I'm actually using the rAVe VB130 video bar. And I'm going to switch over to its microphone so that I can invite Brad Sousa over here to say hello to everyone. Now, Brad, what's cool about this microphone and what's important about this microphone is you have to actually be seen by the microphone, the camera, to be heard. So if you and I walk away from the camera, people aren't going to hear us. Okay. So this is Brad Sousa, the Chief Technology Officer for AVI Systems Live.
Good to see you, Steph.
We are live on rAVe TV. In fact, rAVe TV comes out every Wednesday at noon on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on Twitter, on ravepubs.com. We're coming to you live. This is Brad Sousa. We're live in the Twins baseball stadium.
That's right.
Check out his jersey. Do you like that? They're all wearing baseball jerseys.
Oh, that's so cool. Oh, I love it.
It's a fun place to be, and it's awesome to be here with you, man.
Yeah, they're expecting like 300 people here, 290, I think, registered. Yeah. And he already did his keynote. Tell everyone what your keynote was about.
So my keynote was really around this whole idea of what do we need to do? Can we get into a post-pandemic era, or are we stuck forever in this whole pandemic thing?
Yeah.
And if there's some attributes of the pandemic that we like, can we actually move those forward for ourselves and our customers? We came up with 3 specific things that we learned through the pandemic that we want to keep perpetuating in the post-pandemic era. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and in fact, if you want to watch his keynote, you can actually go to AVI Systems and go to AVI Live. They're going to post that later after today's event, so you'll actually be able to watch it. I want to show everyone something really cool. So, Brad, thanks for joining me. I want to demonstrate this microphone real quick here. Watch this. When I watch this, Steph, when I move out of the frame of the camera, the audio is going to drop. So I'm going to count to 10 as I do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Isn't that cool? Is that cool
that's
or
cool.
what?
Yeah, that's really cool.
That's a live demo of the rAVe VB130, which is what I'm using behind the scenes to actually make this happen today. And I'm going to switch my mic back over because I want to try to cut out all the accessory
background noise. Yeah. Well, it's really cool that it doesn't just cut you off. It kind of fades you out in like a really nice gradient. So that's really cool.
Yeah. And I'm excited that we're going to actually take rAVe TV today real quickly. We did this last week on replay. I was on an airplane, but Steph and Megan were nice enough to announce the winners of the rAVe Reader's Choice Awards for 2021 live on replay last week. By the way, if you missed our curated coverage of Infocom, it's all available on launch at LAVNCH. Just search replay. If you already have our iPhone app, the rAVe iPhone app, it is already there on the app. If you just go to the app and open it up, and then you click right here at the bottom right here, just click launch. It'll launch up, and there you go. There's yesterday's Netgear session that we did. There's the Girl Boss, and there's AVI Live. There's the Replay Live event that we did last week, Steph. But one of the things, the highlight of it was the fact that we introduced the rAVe Reader's Choice Awards. Why don't we go through those real quick?
Let's go through them. Let's go through them. So I'm going to share my screen here so you can see. So the favorite overall new product of 2021 was the Sharp NEC Active Scene.
I love, and so that product, remember, that allows you to project on, use projectors as digital signs by projecting on glass. And so it turns any glass surface into a digital signage. The Panacast 50, I like that product. That was from Jabra. They purchased Panacast, that new UCC product of the year. Go ahead. Extron favorite manufacturer training program. I mean, they've won this a lot. It's always
they have.
Extron and Crestron. Those two companies always seem to win this.
It's like every other year they switch off.
And our sponsor won the sponsor for rAVe TV, Legrand and Shure, won the favorite manufacturer sales training program. Now, one thing to mention about this is our awards are different than most other awards programs because we don't enter the companies in the awards. You do. The readers nominate, the readers vote. So we don't stuff the ballot or anything like that. You'll see a lot of companies that have never spent a dime with us on these awards.
Exactly. So favorite manufacturer technical support team, that's Kramer.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite manufacturer social media presence goes to Almo. Favorite control signal processing manufacturer is once again Extron. Favorite display manufacturer is Sony, which, yes, of course.
The Bravia. I think the Bravias really did it. And the fact that 100-inch display, I think people are really excited about that. I'll be at the Sony event here in Minneapolis tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, favorite video product manufacturer is Crestron.
Yep.
Favorite audio product manufacturer is our sponsor, which we are very, very happy to partner with them. It goes to Shure. Favorite projection screen manufacturer goes to Daylight. Favorite mount manufacturer goes to Chief. I feel like they win that a lot.
They have. I think actually that might be the longest company that has won the most awards on our Reader's Choice is Chief over the years. And of course they have some competition. You have Peerless out there, and you have mounts.com out there, and you have BTech. But when you're that big, when you have thousands and thousands of people voting, the big companies generally win those awards. But what's nice is this year, Steph, we allow people to skip awards that they didn't have an opinion on. So that I think helped narrow the field a little bit on some of these smaller awards.
Exactly. Favorite conferencing collaboration manufacturer goes to Microsoft Teams.
Yep.
Favorite cable connectivity manufacturer goes to Cables to Go, which is a brand of Legrand.
Yeah, and by the way, they just started shipping their Performance Series HDMI cables. One thing that's interesting about their cables that you won't find from most other cable manufacturers, they have 48 gigabit cables. So therefore you can do
Oh.
uncompressed HDMI 4K, completely uncompressed if you wanted to. And you can do slightly compressed 8K with those cables. There's not a lot of companies that have that. And they have these like grip, this feature where you can kind of grip the cables to pull them out and push them in. It's kind of interesting.
That's very nice.
Yeah, for home people like me that do it yourself.
Yep. Favorite speaker company goes to JBL.
Yep.
Favorite distributor goes to Almo. Favorite AV dealer goes to Diversified. Favorite AV speaker, presenter, personality goes to Tim Albright.
And Tim, he's really built his own brand really well through AV Nation and all that he's done in the industry, and that was exciting to see him win.
Me too. Yeah, it was very exciting for me too. I've only gotten to know him really recently, but he's a really great dude. And
we worked together at InfoComm, which was kind of fun.
Yeah, which was really nice.
And we're going to work together again at the Almo E4. He and Megan, as you know, we hired Megan away from SCN Future, and he and Megan are going to work together and MC the event, the Almo E4 event, at the end of the month on November 30th, which will be the industry's first hybrid event.
That'll be cool.
November 30th. We'll talk about that next week. It'll be the industry's first actual hybrid event.
Very cool. Favorite overall AV systems product goes to the Extron Nav Pro. Favorite conferencing collaboration hardware product goes to Shure's MXA series. Favorite conferencing collaboration software goes to Zoom. They've pretty much swept this the past couple years. Favorite PTZ camera company goes to Aver. Favorite desktop camera company goes to Logitech. Favorite audio product goes to the Yamaha Adisha. Is that how you pronounce that? Adisha?
It is. I think that's how I've been pronouncing it.
Well, yeah, I was like, I don't really know if I'm saying this right. I'm just going to try my best. Favorite video product goes to Crestron's MVX. The favorite projector is the Epson Powerlight series. Favorite indoor signage company goes to Sharp NEC. Favorite outdoor signage display goes to Samsung.
And I'm not surprised by that one because Samsung bought Prism View. So it made sense that they would dominate that category.
And then favorite video wall product goes to Planar's Direct Light Ultra series. Favorite digital signage product, it goes to Bright Signs XT series, which also is not surprising to me. Yeah. Favorite rental and staging product goes to the Barco UDX. Favorite shade company goes to Draper, also not surprising to me.
Yeah, they dominate the shade market.
Yep. And the favorite lighting control company goes to Lutron. And those are our
and that
winners.
one has switched a couple of times for lighting control. I think Crestron's won that before. But those are our winners. And we got a lot more news to cover. I want to talk a little bit about what you did last week with Replay. I kind of alluded to it. That is in our app now. You can actually watch day 1, day 2, day 3. They're only about 2 hours long. What was cool is you and Megan went through and interviewed, a couple of dozen people that were just there at the show and get their impressions. But also you interviewed people that didn't get to go to the show and got their impressions as they were paying attention to our coverage from the show floor. So why don't you wrap up Replay?
Yeah, so Replay was last week. It was Tuesday through Thursday. And if you are interested, if you couldn't join us and you're interested in kind of catching the highlights, we have these great daily wrap-ups written by Katie Clark, our assistant editor. She did a really good job on these where she just kind of wraps up the day. But basically what it was we kind of went through and talked about the things that we saw at InfoComm that were really cool, the things that we thought could change the market. But we also talked about the things that we just saw in 2021 that could change the market, whether it was something we saw at InfoComm or not. So that was kind of the great thing because the event was all about just interviewing different people of the industry.
Yeah.
What have you seen this year that we thought was cool?
And I liked it because y'all did really short interviews, like 2 or 3 5-minute interviews with everybody and asked them what they thought about it, what they thought, what product they saw. And it was a bunch of different answers. It was not, there was one common theme that was the show was a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be, but it was kind of intimate and kind of cool. In fact, I was talking to someone from Shure here on the show floor earlier today, and she said, we had a meeting room there. I didn't take a single meeting in our meeting room. All my meetings were at dinners, lunches, drinks, breakfast, things like that. And I think that was a common thing. So I don't want InfoComm to be that way. I don't want it to just be a networking event.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to turn into that.
I mean, if that's how it has to be the past, like for the next couple years or year or two until we can kind of build up to where we were, I think that's fine. But speaking of Shure, we're going to show you a quick commercial from our partner Shure really quick.
Yeah, this is great. Watch this because
Yep.
this is the thing where you can't get the bag of
this is my
goldfish open.
This is my favorite commercial I've ever seen.
But watch this. He actually shows the product and explains how it works.
Hi, I'm Chris Lyons with Shure. When I'm on a conference call, I devote my full attention to whatever is being discussed. Okay, that's not true. I normally am multitasking, and I often forget to mute my microphone. Yes, I'm that guy. Fortunately, IntelliMix Room DSP software has a feature that is designed to deal with people like me. It's called the AI denoiser, and it gets rid of common random room noises that can easily disrupt your meeting audio. I really don't know how it works. I think we reverse the polarity of the phantom power or something like that, or maybe it's digital. I don't know. But the point is, it works. Now, if I'm in a meeting, I like to click my pen. It kind of helps me think. So if I start clicking my pen, it might be disruptive and heard by the people on the other end of the call. But the denoiser knows how to take out the clicking of the pen and not disturb my voice. I like to look smart during a meeting, so I type on my keyboard a lot. People think that I'm taking notes or sending an important email, but I'm really not. Here's my pro tip for looking more productive. If you have one of those keyboards that's really quiet, doesn't make much noise, just type extra loud so it draws more attention to it. Now, of course, the denoiser can tell the difference between the keyboard clicking and the sound of my voice. So it gets rid of the keyboard, but it leaves my speech where it should be. Send. Probably the most annoying thing I do during meetings is eat. Now, I like meetings where they bring in pizza, but I try to keep some snacks around my desk just in case that there's, a meeting that runs long and they don't have any food. And so, fortunately, with the denoiser on, it takes care of all that noise, and I don't have to worry about crunching chips or cookies or anything else. Sometimes it's actually pretty difficult to get these bags open. You would think they make them easier. But once I've got a snack ready, then I can go 2, 3, 4-hour meeting, no problem. The denoiser is included with IntelliMix Room DSP software. If you're already using IntelliMix Room, just upgrade to the latest version and you'll have it. And then you don't have to worry about being that person.
That
Gotta get that
commercial
guy some scissors. Gotta get him some scissors.
never fails to make me laugh. Like, it's so funny.
Yeah,
He struggles
it's
with
cute.
the bag of goldfish for so long.
Yeah,
But it's a
cute.
good commercial.
It's cute. Yep. So, Steph, I wrote up a story, or I submitted a story to your team about the video portal. Did you have a chance to take a look at that? That's kind of cool. It's a a neat little concept, right? So
Yeah.
the idea behind this is that it's an art exhibit, and what's happening is you have an LED display on at 2 locations, and this company called Video Window, and you can see that story on our website at ravepubs.com. You actually can see where they could put this anywhere. They put it in New York City and put it in Paris, and the people in New York City can see the street in Paris, and the people in Paris can see the street in New York City, just like we're doing, just like you do with Zoom conferencing or Teams conferencing, except you're seeing it almost like a time capsule, or not time. What's a time machine? Almost like imagine walking through a portal. It's round, and you kind of want to walk through it to get to the other country or the other city. It's a neat art exhibit, and the details of that are on our website.
Do you remember that there used to be one? This was when I was in. This was like early college for me, so it was quite a few years ago. But they had a portal in the UNC Student Union that you could see Duke Student Union.
Oh, I did not know that. I had no idea. That seems like odd. Which union was nicer?
Probably theirs, I think. They got that private
public
school
school
money.
versus private school.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah, it was like just sitting there, and you could like most of the time you just saw people like walking around, like I'm assuming they would see in our union. But I don't know why they did that. I think it was like also an art installation thing to be like, look, we're not so different, like each other. We don't have to be rivals. But it was like, we do have to be rivals.
Yeah, we still hate Duke. But, anyway, hey, I know you want to talk about the e-glass story, but specifically you're talking about on our website at ravepubs.com, we have a story about how e-glass is being used in classroom applications specifically. So if you're selling to education, you ought to check out the e-glass product. We talked about that last week. We actually, I think, showed a quick demo. If you haven't seen a demo of that product, we shot a video of you. You should go to our, in fact, why don't we don't we have a graphic or something like that talks about all of our coverage that we've done over the last couple of weeks? I don't know if we got that done or not.
I think
Madeline.
so.
Is that yeah,
yep,
there we go.
There we go.
So we have, if you want to see all of our Infocom coverage, go back to that last one. Sorry. If you want to go back, she advanced it a little too. If you want to see all of our Infocom coverage, go to ravepubs.com/Infocom 2021. In that, what's cool about that site is you can actually search by manufacturer or by product. So you'll see a little video window search box come up. You can actually search e-glass. You'll see the video we shot demonstrating the product. So now that's where all of our Infocom coverage is, but we also wanted to also share with you what we did at Infocom and some of the data. So we can advance to the next image there, because there you go. 130 plus news stories.
Yep, 15 million impressions, 400 videos.
Million or more. Yeah, we have social impressions. If you look at the data, rAVe was responsible for more than 60% of all the social posts at the entire show. And the impressions if you add up LinkedIn and Facebook and all of them, we are over 15 million impressions of our coverage. So, I think we're helping the industry, right? But with all this coverage. And then we have I think we have a graphic. Is that it, Madeline, or do we have anything else to pop up there? Because I remember, is that it? We have a graphic about replay. Yeah, so we could.
Yeah, so, yep. So if you're interested in catching us talk about all of our Infocom coverage, I talked about this a little bit earlier because Katie wrote wrap-ups on rAVe Pubs, but if you want to watch replay itself, you can go check out the archive at launch.lavnch.com/replay2021/live. Just log in or register with Launch, and you can catch all 3 days. You just pick which day, and you can watch it in its entirety. So you can read the wrap-ups and watch, or yeah,
you don't have to put live. You can just do replay 2021, and then if we go, I think we have. We at the end of the day, at the end of the broadcast from now, and we're going to show you how to connect with us on social. But here's our different handles. We're pretty much rAVe Pubs everywhere.
Yeah,
so you just kind of search
pretty
rAVe
much
Pub.
Any social you can get on. Just search rAVe Pubs, and we will come up because.
Yeah,
it looks like our name on everything.
Because it's how we're getting the news out now. It's interesting. Yep. The data is showing us that more and more people want to get their links and news from social media rather than newsletters, rather than websites. So we obviously have to have somewhere to host it. So we still have a website, we still have newsletters, but really they're following us on social. But
I get all my news from Twitter. So
yeah, and hopefully you actually click on the story and don't just get it from the headline.
No, I click on the story. But
because there's a lot of people, as you know, a lot of our friends who get all their news from the headline of the story, and then make up a bunch of assumptions about what the story's about from the headline. But hey, we got a message from Legrand, don't we, Steph?
Yep, we do.
All right. Well, they make a lot of stuff.
Yeah, they have so many brands.
They're a good company.
One day, Gary, we should do a quiz on rAVe TV where we try to name all of the brands Legrand has in 20 seconds.
I don't think I'd have to memorize them, but I will say that here's a little interesting factoid or data point. A couple of weeks ago, when Abby and I went up to Legrand to do that video shoot,
Yeah.
There were more rAVe employees in their booth. In their building than there were Legrand employees for
Really?
a couple of hours. Yeah, there was
Oh, wow.
only one Legrand person in the entire building, but there were 2 rAVe people.
That's so funny.
Yeah, so
That's
we
wild.
basically conquered their building for a couple of hours.
Conquered their building.
That's right.
Well, as you know, Gary, like video conferencing solutions are really big right now because everyone is talking about, are we coming back to the office? Are we not coming back to the office? We need solutions that work for both. So Biamp launched a line of parlay audio and video conferencing bars, which, you know, these bars are also kind of rising in popularity. This kind of all-in-one type solution that has a camera, it's got a speaker, it's got a microphone. So if it's kind of like a smaller area, like a huddle room or something, like these kind of all-in-one solutions are really great for it. So they're professional
and is that how
grade.
You pronounce it? All this time I've been saying parla, and you're pronouncing it properly.
I think it's parlay because of where the
you're
accent
right, I'm sure.
is over the E.
Yeah, but see, that didn't register with me, so I've been saying parley.
Parley. Not parley. That's that Johnston County pronunciation.
It is. We're from the same county in North Carolina.
In North Carolina.
That's right. North Carolina.
Good Lord.
Speaking of North Carolina, did you go to the basketball game last night? Our team opened up the season. We are, as everyone knows, we are a basketball.
We're
all basketball fans. We're a basketball school. We try to become a football school. We're still a basketball school.
We're still a basketball school.
And Herbert Hubert Davis opened up the season last night with a victory. What do you think? We're 1-0. Starting out well.
I was pretty excited about that. We're playing Brown next, aren't we?
I have no idea.
Because we're not playing we're not in the ACC tournament yet. This is still like kind of preseason stuff. So I think that we're playing Brown University next, which I didn't even know that Brown University had a basketball team.
Well, they're Ivy League. They got to have, all those Ivy League schools have everybody they probably even have a football team. I don't know. I mean, Ivy League schools have so much money, they can have whatever team they want.
Yeah, but it's not like real. It's not like football. It's not like real football.
Somebody's a Brown fan on here, and they're really insulted right now.
It's just that was my experience, with grad school, because we had a football team. We had a football team.
Columbia had a football team?
Yeah. But nobody would go to the games, so they would entice us. They'd be like, if you come to a football game, because first of all, the stadium was in the Bronx, so the stadium wasn't even in Manhattan, because where are they going to put it? And they were like, hey, if you come to a football game, we will literally give you food. We will give you so much food. We will give you 4 beers and 8 hot dogs if you
they
please.
Give you free beer? Is that even legal?
Yes, I don't know. That's not my business. I just know that I went and I showed my little student ID and I got my free beer and my free food to sit down and watch Columbia lose horribly. That's all I knew. But so I'm just, maybe it's just Columbia, but I'm like, these Ivy League schools, they don't have that good of teams. Didn't Yale made the ACC once a few years ago, and it was Yale was playing Duke, and everybody was like, this is the worst or the best matchup we've ever seen.
So Yale had a good basketball team that year, and actually I think it was Johnny Dawkins was if I remember correctly, I think he was the coach, and he used to be a player for Duke. So that's why they were playing Duke,
Yeah.
Because Coach K has to make sure that he beats all of his former players.
Oh, right, yeah.
Speaking of Coach K, let's talk about that for just a second.
Well, wait,
whether you're a Duke fan or not, you have to think, you have to know that, our coach, as everyone knows, Roy Williams retired last year, and he had a press conference, and then he left the building and hasn't been back.
Right.
Coach K makes an announcement that he's going to retire, and he's decided to go on a 1-year farewell tour. And he's going to mentor his replacement at the same time. So he's literally going and waving goodbye and getting cheered. And
this
I don't know. This totally
wild to me.
Well, anyway, when that right now that went to Duke, Tim Cook is definitely hating us right now because he went to Duke.
That's fine. We can fight about it. But when that game happened, I was at home, right? And I was watching the game with my dad, the Duke-Yale game.
Yeah.
My dad walks out in a Yale t-shirt, and I'm like, where did you get that? I was like, where did you procure a Yale, it was actually from Yale. I was like, did you go to their student stores and buy this just for this? And he was like, maybe.
Hey, we have a case study about a concert that Ellie Goulding did. concert nowadays has a ton of AV stuff. We're starting to cover more and more of that kind of stuff, and
exactly,
both virtual and in-person concerts.
She was looking for lights that could kind of change hues really easily. So as you can see, this one's red. The one up here was like blue. So she wanted to shoot, this was like a very short tour, like I think 6 cities, but she wanted to be able to like change the grid and the dimensions. So GLP kind of helped her out with that in this like small 6-city tour
LED,
that she did.
LED, man. These LED lights are amazing. Hey, give you a
It's
shot.
very cool. Oh, here we go.
Getting ready to start the keynote
very
in about
cool.
40 minutes. As soon as everyone eats lunch, they'll come back in here. And this little VB130 has a Zoom, a little remote control with it.
That's fancy.
I should get paid. I should get paid for this, should I not? I'm like advertising this product, and they're not paying me.
You are advertising. You're not making any money from that.
I know. This is kind of like.
They should give you like
I do like this product.
They should give you like a promo code. Like use code.
I'll tell you what.
Gary20.
They liked my tripod. They were like, "Hey, what tripod are you using there?" So I sold something for Amazon because they decided to buy this tripod that I'm using. So you should see my behind the scenes. You should see my behind the scenes picture. It's on Twitter. Kelsey. Oh, yeah, there you go. So you check it out. Well, here's behind the scenes. Here's I'm actually doing this. Apparently they actually have a picture. There you go. Yes, my laptop is on a box.
Hey,
because when it's on the table, I was looking down like this, and it looked kind of odd. So I raised it up on a box, and that's what I'm actually doing here behind the scenes. But hey, you make do with what you have. And speaking of which, we're making good, we're making do, and we're ending this broadcast. Thanks for watching rAVe TV. Our weekly TV show comes on every noon Eastern Standard Time now. EST.
Yep, every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday at noon. rAVepubs.com. Thanks for watching, everyone. Steph.
We'll see you next time. Bye, Gary.
It's the weekly show about Pro AV with the hottest news in the AV industry. It's rAVe TV. Give it up for Steph and Gary. Steph and Gary.